Hello, and welcome to another update video on Solana. So here on the Sol chart, we have still a dip, a pullback, and I said to you, once we see a 5-wave move down, things could get a little tricky. That does not rule out higher prices, but it's obviously a first signal that the bears are strong. So if we break, I just want to highlight to you guys, if we break below $172, this upside structure that we've been tracking since April will break in this particular form, right? I mean, so far not much has happened. We've broken a first micro support a few days ago. That was an indication we're likely going to go lower. We do that. So that was an early signal, right? Those are very helpful. So if you watched the last videos, then you knew there's a high likelihood to go lower with that break below $217. Yeah, it opens the door to the lower boundary line of the trend channel here, or of that wedge pattern here at around $199, and then maybe even 172. Technically, from a B wave pullback point of view, which is the pullback we're tracking right now, we could get to 172. It is important to understand that if we break below 172, I'm left with anything immediately bullish, I have to say. That doesn't mean that the bulls couldn't turn up again, but it means that this structure as it is, this diagonal pattern to the upside, is becoming far less likely. And there will always be bullish cases, but it will become more likely that a B wave has topped. So that B wave that we were tracking in the white count, obviously B waves are structures that are difficult to track and so on. Yeah, so that doesn't mean that we will then expect it to go to $80 or anything, but we can track the pattern until the market gives us an indication to be bullish again. Yeah. So for me, 172 is a bit like the line in the sand for me. Okay. I mean, how would that look like? So first of all, if we get a break below 172, we could call that wave 1 in orange, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That gives you a roadmap to lower prices, just sketched out here. So that's why the break below 172 is so important, because as long as we hold above it, this could easily be a B wave pullback in the white count. But I'll continue to watch, guys. I'll continue to watch for other scenarios. I continue to study the chart. This is just something like a heads up, okay, to be aware of. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame here. We don't really have any change, but a few more developments, and you have now the 5-wave move down. So a 5-wave move down, also with that depth, could indicate this is only the A wave of the B wave pullback we just talked about. Support is defined here on the chart. We also talked about that yesterday, right? This ABC pattern and what the resistance area is. We haven't seen any bounce into resistance, but if the move up is corrective, which could happen from this region, then the market should stay below $242.80, and we should get at least one more leg down. But as I said, if we get 5 waves down, I'll add that to the chart here as well. If we get 5 waves down and a break below support, then that is concerning from a bullish point of view. Yeah, this shows you how a 5-wave move down could look like, and that would be the start of a larger corrective phase, best I can tell. Yeah. Again, please remember, probabilities, not certainties, and markets are dynamic, so things can of course change. Important, we don't do technical analysis to predict the future, but to understand what the parameters are, what the trend is, what the parameters are for the current trend, and also to identify when things are changing. And with that break below 217, we started to look lower, but I recognize that we've now reached the next Fibonacci support area, so I'm watching for the structure of the next bounce to confirm the thesis that we could get at least a larger ABC structure. Yeah. I will also, watch specifically this area here, around $199 to $195 for support. And again, to get back into an uptrend phase locally, we need a move above $242, $243. So that's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on X for additional updates, news, charts, and yeah, all sorts of additional updates, sometimes even faster than on YouTube, sometimes video updates that we don't publish on YouTube, and much more. The link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.